Imagine starting a company with a simple idea, very little money, and a dream that most people would never understand. Today, Apple is one of the most recognizable technology companies in the world. But its story began very differently. It began in 1976. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak were two young technology enthusiasts who believed computers could become something ordinary people could actually use. On April 1st, 1976, Apple was founded. The early days were not about luxury offices or billions of dollars. They were about creating something new. Steve Wozniak focused heavily on engineering and building the technology. Steve Jobs saw something different. He believed technology should not only work, it should also be simple, beautiful, and easy for people to use. That combination became one of Apple's greatest strengths. The first big success. Apple's early breakthrough came with the Apple II. It helped push personal computers into a much wider market and established Apple as an important technology company. But success did not mean the journey would always be easy. Apple faced intense competition, internal challenges, and major changes in leadership. Then came another revolutionary product, the Macintosh. Apple introduced the Macintosh in 1984, helping redefine what a personal computer could look and feel like. But Apple's journey became even more dramatic when Steve Jobs eventually left the company he had helped create. For many people, that could have been the end of the story, but it wasn't. Steve Jobs returns. Years later, Steve Jobs returned to Apple. The company was facing serious challenges and Apple needed a new direction. Jobs focused on a smaller number of products and pushed the company toward a clear philosophy. Make technology simple. Make it beautiful. Make people want to use it. Then Apple began producing products that changed entire industries. The iMac, the iPod, and then came the product that would change the world of mobile phones forever. The iPhone. On January 9, 2007, Steve Jobs introduced the first iPhone. It wasn't presented as just another mobile phone. Apple described it as 3 products in one: a mobile phone, a widescreen iPod, and an internet communication device. Most importantly, it introduced a multi-touch interface that allowed people to control the phone using their fingers. The original iPhone went on sale in the United States on June 29, 2007. The starting prices were $499 for the 4GB model and $599 for the 8GB model, and the response was enormous. Just 74 days after launch, Apple announced that it had sold its 1 millionth iPhone. The iPhone didn't simply become another successful product. It helped redefine what people expected from a smartphone. From computer company to technology empire, Apple continued expanding beyond computers and phones. The company built an ecosystem around hardware, software, and services. The iPhone was followed by products such as the iPad and Apple Watch, while services such as the App Store, Apple Music, Apple Pay, iCloud, and Apple TV became important parts of the Apple ecosystem. Today, Apple's story is much bigger than one product. It is a story about design, innovation, risk, failure, leadership, and the courage to think differently. The biggest lesson from Apple. The most important lesson from Apple's story is not simply about technology, it is about vision. Steve Jobs and the people who built Apple did not always try to create what already existed. They tried to create what they believed the world would want next, and that is one of the biggest lessons for every entrepreneur. Don't just follow the market. Sometimes create the future. Apple began with a small idea in 1976. 50 years later, in 2026, Apple is marking its 50th anniversary. From a small beginning to a global technology giant. Apple's story proves one powerful thing: a big future can begin with a very small idea. And sometimes the people who think differently are the people who change the world.